Hello, lovely people. Good morning to everyone out there. It's always a joy to come your way every Saturday morning with Weekend Golden Nuggets. Please call a friend. That Weekend Golden Nuggets is and it's right here on Facebook, the Chayil woman. Please share the link. Click the share button down there and share the link. God richly bless you for tuning in. I'm so encouraged and love you so much for always tuning in and being letting golden nuggets be a blessing to your life. God richly bless you. Today's nugget is caption frustration. Frustration. We all go through frustration one way or the other. Life is full of frustrations, from the minor irritations of being something to the major problem of continued failure toward a desired goal. Since many of the things we truly want require a degree of frustration, being able to manage frustration is required in order to allow us to remain happy and positive even in trying circumstances. So, frustration is part of life. Don't kill yourself when you get frustrated in life. It's part of it. Please, all you need is you must know how to manage it. You need to be able to manage it when you experience it and you are good to go. What is the definition for frustration? I checked the Oxford Dictionary, and then the Oxford Dictionary tells me it is the feeling of being upset or annoyed as a result of being unable to change or achieve something. So it is the feeling of being upset. We get upset with ourselves. We get annoyed. So one will get so crazy, so stressed out just because he or she couldn't achieve a goal that he set for himself or herself. And that is what we are going to talk about today. In this video today, we are saying that there are some quotes that I want to discuss with you. Let's listen to some quotes about frustration. Bo Bennett says, frustration, although quite painful at times, is a very positive and essential part of success. And I agree with him. Although it is an essential part of life, although quite painful at times, it is a very positive and essential part of success. It is good to get frustrated at times. It gingers you on, it encourages you, you encourage yourself, and you step up the game, and you do it in a new way, and you are always able to do it right. When you get frustrated, don't kill yourself over it. It does happen to everybody. There are times you have set a goal for yourself. Then you realize you were not able to achieve the goal, and then the time is up. There are times we get frustrated. Most people get frustrated even when they are on the road. You are on the road and you have timed yourself that I have to drive to this program, and in an hour's time I should be able to get to the program. And then you set off. Then unexpectedly there is a road traffic, and there's a blockade. You are not able to drive fast as you thought you could, or you were thinking you could be able to achieve. Then you get frustrated. I know I'm talking to somebody out there. The tendency of you getting jittery, even when you get a phone call, you might end up shouting over the person because you are so irritated. I mean, what you wanted to do within 30 minutes, 1 hour, it's now taking you 2 hours to do. You get frustrated. Please, when you are frustrated in traffic, make sure you don't kill yourself, or you don't get overwhelmed with the traffic situation that is frustrating you. But rather, think, which route do I have an alternative? You can always ask the Google map. It will give you an alternative on the road, so you can skip that traffic and you get a problem solved. Stop killing yourself and getting frustrated for minor things. There are other people who get frustrated through general things. they've set a goal and they couldn't make it. So they get frustrated. In general, whenever we reach one of our goals, we feel pleased. And whenever we are prevented from reaching our goals, we may succumb to frustration and feel irritable, irritated. We feel so annoyed. We become so angry. Frustration works with anger and getting irritated and being annoyed for nothing. When you become frustrated, it's terrible. I don't know. I know most of you have experienced frustration in life before. You get frustrated because you wanted to iron your dress and the light just goes off. And for 30 minutes, 1 hour, you are sitting there, there's no light to iron your dress. It's so frustrating. So anything that you want to achieve in life, that there are blockades that does not enable you to achieve what you want to achieve, brings about frustration in life. Frustration is an emotion that occurs in situations where a person is blocked from reaching a desired outcome. You and I know perfectly well. And there is a story I want to share with you. Summer Redstone says, success is not built on success. It's built on failure. It's built on frustration. Sometimes it's built on catastrophe. Unquote. Summer Redstone said that. So, you see, when you get frustrated in life, it becomes like a catastrophe that has hit you. But then, success is right there in that frustration. If this quote is right and applies to you, just put it down and take hold of it. Make sure anytime you get frustrated, you rather look out for the alternative. Frustration comes out of lack of progress when things are not going the way it should. I have studied well and I went into that exam hall. I wrote what I have studied, but when the results came, I didn't make an A. I got a C or a D. That night, you can see that student right there rolling all over the bed. You did not achieve that outcome. So the next time, you do it better because you want to achieve success. I hope I'm talking to someone out there. You have been frustrated over your exams results. Please do it. Study the other way. Learn tidbits of examination techniques and apply them, and you will be fine. Let me take you to John chapter 21. There is a story in John chapter 21, verse number, let's go to John 21, verse number 3. There's a story about Peter and his colleagues. Verse 3 says, Simon Peter said to them, I am going fishing. They said to him, we are going with you also. They went out and immediately got into the boat. And that night they caught nothing. They set out a plan that they want to go out fishing. And when Simon Peter told his brethren he want to go out fishing, they were interested because they knew that they were going to catch fish. But according to this account, the Bible says Simon Peter and his brothers caught nothing. They toiled all night long. Can you just imagine? You've set yourself, I'm going fishing. And you know definitely, and it's been something they've been doing. And I believe Simon Peter and the rest, they always catch fish. At least they don't get a bumper, they might get something. So then they know they get results when they get out there to fish. But then this night, according to the Bible, they caught nothing. They went all night and caught nothing. Can you just imagine? You've set yourself to do something. They got their boats ready. They got their nets ready. They got whatever they need, their lamps, their torchlight, anything they need for fishing, they got it ready and set the risk on the sea. And Bible says they got onto the sea and they caught nothing. Is that not frustrating? Is that not frustrating enough? What have you set? What goal have you set for yourself that you were not able to achieve it? Stop killing yourself over it. This is a perfect example for you. But then the story continued and there was a breakthrough. So you see, there is always a breakthrough when you don't kill yourself over failures. Failures are bound to happen. They are just blockades. So you ask yourself, which way should I go? Or which route should I turn to? Don't always allow yourself to be eaten up when you fail to achieve something. We said frustration is anything, it's an emotion that occurs in situations where a person is blocked from reaching a desired goal. It's an emotion. So you must be able to handle your emotions in life. When you are frustrated, you should be able to handle them. Apply the scriptures. Ask yourself questions. Where did I go wrong? Then you go back to the drawing board and you put tidbits away so you can do it better. Bible said Jesus appeared on the scene. And then the verse 5 says, then Jesus said to them, no, but verse 4 says, but when the morning had now come, Jesus stood on the shore, yet the disciples did not know that it was Jesus. Then Jesus said to them, children, have you any food? Then they answered him, no. And he said to them, cast the net on the right side of the boat, and you will find some. So they cast, and now they were not able to draw it in because of the multitude of fish. At his word. Please, Proverbs chapter 6 verse 3 always tells us something which we must not let go. You understand? So in life, you cannot live your life anyhow. You cannot always live your life anyhow. Bible said, at his word. At his word. At his word. They listened to him at his word. And they obeyed and threw the net. So they didn't say, oh, we have done it all night and we caught nothing, so we will not do it again. At his word, they threw the net. And there they caught the fish. They had a bumper harvest. Please, anytime you get frustrated, try God. Seek God's face in that particular situation. Go to God. Somebody promised to marry you. And then 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, you spend so much time courting. And then the person comes to you and says, I'm sorry, we cannot marry again. That is frustrating enough, because you've spent your time. Someone will say, you have wasted my time. But then, beloved, that is not the end of the world. It's painful. It hurts. Frustration, it's an emotion that many people need to be able to learn how to control it. Failures bring frustration. So when you fail, just try of doing it the other way around. Please don't kill yourself over it. There is another story in the Bible that I want to leave with you. This is Weekend Golden Nuggets. And all we're trying to do is how best we can apply life circumstances, how best we can apply the scriptures to be able to overcome things that eat us up, they rob us from our blessings. And one of the stories can be found in Genesis chapter 7. It's Abraham and Sarah. When God promised Abraham and Sarah, the Bible says it took 25 years for the promise to come to pass. So, you see, there are times we set some goals, or God has spoken certain things to us, but then we have to wait on God. Don't be in a hurry to go ahead of God. Sarah was so frustrated along the line and went ahead of God and gave Hagar to Abraham to sleep with, to bear him as a child. When God give you a word, when the word of God comes to you as a prophecy, in the form of a prophecy or in the form of rhema, please hold on to it and keep trusting God. Keep trusting Him that one day that prophecy will come to pass. Don't forget that we need to war with the prophecy. We need to war with every goal that we set. Don't set the goal and think by setting the goal you'll be able to achieve. You cannot achieve any good thing without God. Without God, you cannot achieve any good thing. Please let me remind you. So that is why most people are getting frustrated. You get frustrated that the marriage is delaying. So therefore, you want to dress anyhow, stand by the roadside, and make sure the men are coming. No, it doesn't work that way. Sweetheart, it doesn't work that way. Precious one, it doesn't work that way. My darling, it doesn't work that way. Please always be patient with God. Be patient with God. Some of us ladies, we get so frustrated that we get pregnant for the men. Now that is the norm. Female, our ladies cannot wait anymore on God. They get frustrated. Akosia is married, I'm not married yet. Kwejo is married, I'm not married yet. So frustration sets in because I've said that by next year, even as Kwejo marries, I have to marry the next year, and it never comes to pass. And then we get frustrated. Therefore, we have to put, I mean, I don't know how to even put it. We are all over the man. Anybody that we see is only child we are looking for. It's only if I get pregnant for him, he will be forced to marry me. Don't stoop that low. You are more precious than that. Don't stoop that low and get pregnant because you want a man to marry you. So you want to get pregnant for the man. Please, I'm begging you. I'm pleading with you. Just a little time. Wait on God. Don't be frustrated in life. Your sister has a car, so what? Your time is coming, and your time, maybe the car that you'll be driving will be much better than that car. Why don't you wait? I came to encourage you this morning. Don't stress yourself. It's not worth it. Be happy and be content with what you have. Most of the time we get frustrated because we are not content with what we have. We are not content. When we want, have you ever asked God, what is your plan for my life? That one, we don't do it. Christian sister, Christian brother, please, make sure you seek God's face in everything that you do. And life will be so nice for you. You all don't want any explanation. You live your life and please God and you are happy. But then when you try to be comparing yourselves, that is where the problem comes in. You stress yourself for nothing. Do not stress yourself. Be content with what you have. Be content with what you have. What you have is peradventure what God has brought for you at this time. He knows that that is what you need in 2021. And that is what He has provided. Why are you looking at a sister and trying to be like that person? Please stop stressing yourself, my darling. It's not worth it. Stop stressing yourself. Stop forcing men to marry you. Stop forcing women to marry you. Please stop it. Wait for God's timing. Sarah couldn't wait and got frustrated. Yeah, I'm without a child. I'm growing. But Bible said this promise came to pass when Abraham was 100 years and Sarah was 90 years. Can you imagine? 25 years. They had to wait for the promise. Surely it came to pass. Yours is on the way. Never give up. Never ever give up in life. Please don't stress yourself by getting frustrated at little things. And anytime you even get frustrated because you failed at something, please remember I said seek God's face and seek the plan B of it. Frustration is not necessarily bad, since it can be a useful indicator of the problems in a person's life, and as a result, it can act as a motivator to change. However, when it results in anger, And stress, resentment, and depression, that is where the problem is. Frustration in itself is not bad. You are allowed to be frustrated. It's an emotion and it is part of life. You set a goal, you couldn't achieve it. It's fine. Don't kill yourself over it. Please, be happy. Be happy in life and be content in life. Make sure you always seek God's face and involve God in all that you do. And this life will be sweeter than you expected. Shalom. I leave the peace of God with you. May the grace of God help you. Anytime you get frustrated, may the Spirit of the living God that dwells in you as a child of God help you to come out successfully. And may you always see the promises of God come to pass for you. You are blessed. You are blessed beyond a curse. Stop living a frustrated life. It's an emotion. Let it come and let it go. Don't let it be part of your life that you are always stressing yourself. Sweetheart, I will continue this topic, God willing, next week. Until then, stay blessed. This is Weekend Golden Nuggets. When I talk about things that bother us in life, then we find ways and means of living and living right with it. The Lord bless you for tuning in. I love you. God bless you.